Hi everyone, so last week I put up a Q&A and a few people had questions for me, so I'm here today to answer them for you. I did Facebook and Instagram, I think that was it, so I'm just going to use my phone to look through the questions and answer them. Some are repeated and some I might not want to answer, so I'll just answer the ones that I think are sort of relevant. So, is there anything you plan to do differently with baby girl that you did or didn't do with Sienna? And a few people have asked this question, and there isn't too much that we want to do differently, like without sounding like really stuck up or like we're the best parents in the world, because obviously we're not. We're really happy with how we brought Sienna up and we just kind of got into it naturally. She fitted into our lives, we kind of just went with the flow. She was a really good baby though, so that definitely helped. Obviously this one might be different. I have a really big feeling she's going to be the total opposite to Sienna, so we just need to kind of see how it goes. But in terms of like the way we parent, we're really happy with how we did it with Sienna, so we're going to try and do the same with baby girl as well. Someone else has asked, do you budget for food, trips out, etc? If so, how do you stick to it and set it? Any tips on keeping the food shop spend down? I didn't used to do this at all, which was really bad. I used to just get what we needed and pay for it. But I've recently started doing a meal plan, which really helps cut down, because sometimes I'd buy things that I already had in the cupboard because I didn't realise we already had it. Definitely, even though it takes more time, it's definitely worth going through your cupboards and your fridge first to see what you've already got, see what you can use in that week's meals, and then sort of do your meal plan from there. And we have also just started going to Aldi as well, which is so much cheaper. I couldn't believe it. Normally we spend about £80 to £100 a week on food, which is absolutely ridiculous. That's like £400 a month. It's so ridiculous. And obviously we've got a baby coming and we've got the wedding in October, so I said to Warren we really need to crack down on spending money on food and stuff. So we switched to Aldi and my bill was like £58, so nearly half. And you know, that was with me doing a meal plan as well and using things up from the cupboard and the freezer and stuff, but you know, it was just such a big eye-opener to me. So that's what we are doing at the moment. And yeah, I don't really have a budget, because I think if you need something then you need it, you know. You can't really not buy something that you need just because you'll go over budget. But I try and sort of think, do we really need that, or am I just sort of buying it for the sake of it? Okay, so next question. How often do you buy clothes for yourself and Sienna? Not too often, although more so for Sienna because she seems to just be growing. If I find that when I'm getting her dressed, you know, everything's too short on her, then obviously I need to go out and buy her new clothes, because her legs are just getting so long, she's just shooting up. For myself, I don't really tend to buy clothes too often. Unless there's something I specifically really want and I know I'm going to wear it a lot, or there's something sort of in the sale that I really like, then I'll buy that. But yeah, not too often, I wouldn't say. Not for me anyway, but I only really buy clothes for Sienna if she has, you know, somewhere specific to go and we need a specific outfit, or if all her clothes are sort of getting too small. How do you save money? I touched a little bit on the meal planning and going to Aldi and stuff, but in terms of how we save money overall and sort of everything else, basically what we do is we put all of our money into a savings account, apart from, I guess I keep around £50 in my current account, just because on a typical day I won't need more than that at all. You know, I might pop to the shops and maybe get some petrol, so I don't generally need more than £50 in any one day. Obviously that's not every day, that's probably like once a week. So I try and keep like the minimum in my bank and put everything else into the savings, and then it just makes you think a little bit more about spending money, because you have to then transfer that from your savings and you kind of see your savings going down. So that really works for us. So yeah, when we get paid we put as much as we can into the savings and try and keep it there. And also when I'm out and about, or you know, if we really want something, I just think to myself, is it worth it? Like, you know, can we afford it? Would I rather that money stay in the savings? I find that's the easiest way for us to save, really, is just put it all in a savings account, so you can kind of see how much you've got, and it makes you really reluctant to then take that out of the savings and see your savings going down. So yeah, that's probably the only tip I have. We are not the best at saving, but yeah, that is one thing I found really helpful. Next question is, how did Warren propose? He just proposed at home on our own, which is exactly how I wanted it. He actually proposed to me on his birthday, which a lot of people thought was weird, but he knew it would be one of the days that I probably wouldn't expect it, because, you know, it's kind of like his birthday, so I didn't expect him to propose on his birthday. But, you know, he was a little bit cheesy and said it was like the best present that he could ask for if I would say yes to marry him. So yeah, we just did it at home. He did get down on one knee, so yeah, it was really nice and really just for us two, which was nice. After your wedding, are you going on a honeymoon? Where are you thinking, and would you take the kids? We do want to go on a honeymoon. We're not sure where. We'd really love to go to New York, both of us. I've never been, and Warren's been once before and has just been dying to go back. He went on a school trip when he was like 15, I think, so he'd love to go back, and I would love to go because it's just one of the places I've always wanted to go, and you see in films and you see in other people's videos and stuff. So yeah, we'd love to go to New York, but we're not sure if we're going to be able to afford it. We're hopefully going to have a honeymoon. We are going to ask for money instead of gifts from guests at our wedding, so that hopefully that can happen. And we probably wouldn't take the kids, which I know is controversial, but you know, we don't get a lot of time, just me and Warren on our own, like for an extended period of time. And holidays with kids are not relaxing, they are really stressful. Sometimes I think going on holiday when you have kids is actually worse than staying at home, just having a normal week. So yeah, we probably wouldn't take the kids. What are you most looking forward to when baby girl is born? I think I'm just most looking forward to the interaction between Sienna and her baby sister, and just us as a family of 4. I feel like I have waited so long for us to be a family of 4. It's all I've wanted. I've always just wanted to be a mum, wanted to have a family, wanted 2 kids, and you know, we've been trying for a second baby since Sienna was a year old, which seems like such a long time ago, and I can't believe that it's finally nearly here. And yeah, I think just having that feeling of kind of like being complete, because obviously ever since ROCCO I've felt like this massive hole in my life where I needed another baby. So I think it's just going to fill that. I hope and think that I'm just going to feel, you know, happier instantly and complete, and just how it should have been. So yeah, that's what I'm really looking forward to. That was a bit of a long explanation, but yeah. Will you be filming the birth and putting it on YouTube? Yes, I would like to. We filmed Sienna's labour and delivery. If you haven't seen it, I'll link it down below. But I filmed the whole labour with her, and I absolutely love looking back on it. I've been doing it so much lately, and I just love having the memory. We are going to try, but obviously sometimes it can get a bit hectic or go a bit fast. And I also really want to do like live tweets on Twitter as well, which is something I didn't do last time. I didn't tell anyone I was in labour last time, I just announced it when she was born. But obviously we filmed it. This time I'm going to probably announce when I think I'm in labour on Twitter or Instagram, and do little updates. So make sure you're following me on Twitter and Instagram. I will link them down below as well. How do you manage to stay motivated to do the day-to-day things and run your business? So I think it's kind of a tough one, because some days you don't have motivation, and obviously I run my blog, I run my YouTube, I also have Sienna to look after, I also have a house to keep, I have washing to do, meals to cook, you know. It can be a struggle to juggle everything, but you just have to do it. Like, if I just sit there and moan about it, you know, it's only going to get worse. Things are just going to pile up on top of me. So if I want to have a clean house, and I want to be a good mum to Sienna, and I want Sienna looked after properly, and I want to make money, I have to do everything as best I can, and you just have to get on with it and do it. So yeah, I guess what motivates me is those things, you know, making money. I need to make money for my family, so that motivates me to do the work. And then I want to be a good parent for Sienna and let her have a good life, so that motivates me to do the best I can for her and keep the house clean and keep the washing up together and everything. So yeah, I think that is just how. Is baby girl your last one, or are you tempted to have another one in the future? Definitely our last one. Like I said, I've always just wanted 2 kids. Warren's always just wanted 2 kids. And that is what we are going to have, and I just think we need to be grateful for that, especially with what's happened in the past. We don't want to like push our luck and, you know, lose any more babies in the future. I just think we should be happy that we have 2 beautiful healthy girls and just end it at that. I can't go through any more pregnancies or losses or heartbreak or anything like that. So we are definitely done. I can't say that I won't get broody in the future, because I probably will. I think it's just a maternal instinct, but I think when it actually comes down to it, I would be probably too scared to go through it again. So yes, definitely our last baby. Are your top 3 newborn essentials? I think I did a video on this when Sienna was born, so I will link it down below. I can't remember for the life of me what I said, but off the top of my head, with her we found the amber anklet really helpful, so we're going to be using that again. Also sleeping bags. She slept so well with a sleeping bag, and we noticed such a big difference. If she didn't have one for one night, she wouldn't sleep as well at all. Number 3, I really don't know. She also responded quite well to white noise. I had an app on my phone that would just calm her down whenever she was, you know, getting really grumpy. So yeah, probably those 3. What kept you strong and positive enough to keep trying for another baby? After 2 missed miscarriages, I'm struggling to have the strength to try again. So first off, I just want to say I'm sorry that you have been through it as well. I know how horrible it is, obviously, and it is hard, and I haven't done a video or a post on sort of pregnancy after miscarriage on purpose, because I feel like it's going to jinx this pregnancy, but I will do one after, probably, because it is a hard thing to go through, and it's obviously been a hard journey for us, and we still feel like until she is here in our arms we can't fully relax. So yeah, it has been really hard, but I think what just kept us going was, in obviously our personal kind of journey, there wasn't anything specifically wrong as to why it happened, so we just had to believe that, you know, it would happen for us, and, you know, there was nothing to say that it wasn't going to happen. So, and also we had already had Sienna as well, so the doctors were like, you know, your body has done it, you can do it, you just need to get the right sticky bean to grow. So yeah, we just kind of had to focus on the positives, you know, that I had done it before, that there was nothing, like, you know, medically wrong, no reason as to why it happened, it was just one of those things. And I don't know, I think we just knew that I knew that I wasn't only going to have one child. I knew that I was going to have more than one, no matter how long it took. So we just had to keep going until we got to that one, and then we can stop. So yeah, I don't really know. It's really hard because obviously people's circumstances are different. But I think just listen to your body. You know, if you want some time out, just rest and have a break, and just really try and think about if you do want to try again. If you really do want babies like I did, you probably will keep going because it will happen one day. So yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna do a video or post on it sort of after, when I can get my thoughts down properly, but that's just like a little brief overview, so I hope that helped a little bit.